Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is June 13th, 2021, and this is episode 330. Today we're looking at God of War. The arc is called Fallen God. This is coming out from Dark Horse, celebrating 35 years of publication. This is issue 4 out of 4, so our arc ends on this issue. This came in at a whopping $3.99. This is Dark Horse is actually working with Santa Monica Studios, and it looks like PlayStation as well on this. We get this awesome cover here. Boy, I just thought it was pretty spectacular. I don't know if there was a variant cover. I'm assuming there probably was, but this looks really nice. If it didn't have the titles in there, it'd be very frameable, obviously without the UPC code there too. But yeah, I really like this way it's done in red and the lightning behind it, and just the blur of the axe in the foreground. Just really nice composition there. Okay, let's get into this to talk about who worked on this. The script was by Chris Robertson, the artist by Tony Parker, the colors are Dan Jackson, and the lettering was Jimmy Bentoncourt. The cover art was Gabriel Del Otto, I guess. All right. And let's take a look at that cover art one more time, since it is different from the interior art. Now, I believe this is the same team that worked on all 3 previous issues. I really like Tony Parker's art in the first issue. After that, it's been maybe a little bit more hurried. All in all, I think this could have been wrapped up in 3 issues. It went to 4. There seems to be a lot of repetition in here. And I didn't know a lot about Kratos when I started this, but I've learned a lot now. The story began with him trying to get rid of his destiny. I'm assuming this is happening after he has found out he has accidentally killed his wife and daughter when he raided a temple after he was warned not to. And Ares had put him in there, put the wife and daughter in there without his knowledge before he went plunging in there. So he ended up killing Ares, who he had kind of sworn his life to. But Ares, I guess, is kind of a trickster, I'm assuming, and just likes torturing Kratos. So after killing Ares, he became the god of war. I'm kind of putting this together as best I can. And he no longer wants to be the god of war, and he keeps being told over and over in this arc, this story, by different shamans and visions and things like that, that he must fulfill his destiny. He's already killed like this gigantic like crocodile to save a village, and now he is faced with an even larger kind of a hippopotamus monster, and we'll take a look at that in just a little bit here. But overall, I thought the story was pretty good. This is a recommend, even though it did seem to get a little long. The art is, of course, I thought was pretty good in this issue. Not as good as the first. The first issue really had a lot of landscapes that just looked beautiful, and it was fun to see this. This is a fast read, since a lot of these panels only have 1 word in them or no words, so you're just kind of quickly glance at it. I believe he's been trying to get rid of the the swords of chaos. I don't think these are the swords of exile. I believe these are the swords of chaos, because I'm thinking this is after he has killed Ares. That's when it's taken place. So he hasn't completely fulfilled some of the other life that he has to see in future episodes of the video game that he's featured in, the God of War video game. So you get a nice look at these. He gets reunited with a lot of these shamans and visions and things like that, telling him that he must fulfill his destiny, and he keeps fighting it. And finally, he gives in and he reacquaints himself with the swords of chaos. And he goes off to attack this kind of crazy looking gigantic hippopotamus. Now the art in this is, like I said, it's really good. A lot of times it's a little difficult to see exactly what he's attacking. It doesn't make it's just weird. You just see these kind of slashes and hits and things, and I'm assuming maybe that's the beast's leg. I'm not sure, but you can see the mouth of the beast here. And you see slash, but I'm not sure what he's slashing. His chains are ripping open the carcass of this thing. And at one point, it looks like the beast is charging him here. But he keeps fighting on. As you can see, he's always like yelling and screaming and just... and I know he's a very violent guy, or can be violent when he's in his fights. So we see a lot of blood here. Fortunately, it's not his own. And finally, he has taken him down, and they said, and the oracle or the shaman here tells him, you fulfilled your destiny. You may, continue on. And he's saying, no, no, no. But he realizes that his life will go on. And that's the end of the arc, pretty much. But pretty, at parts, exciting. Some of the landscape, like I said in the first issue, was just really nicely drawn. Not a lot of dialogue, not a lot of exposition going on. You kind of have, like I had to go and research it pretty heavily for this last issue to really figure out who he was. His father is Zeus. His mother was a mortal. Zeus wanted to have all his sons killed because a prophecy of a son was going to kill Zeus, and I guess later on in the Kratos story, he does face up against Zeus and kill him. So good stuff on this. It does get the, let's put it right here, the Indie Comics Jones Good Excavating Seal of Approval, given out only by Indie Comics Jones on this particular channel. So if you're watching, you get to see me do this. What a bonus. Thank you for stopping by and watching this review. As always, please like, please subscribe, please leave comments, and I'm going to have more comic reviews coming up. I might, on Tuesday, Thursday, I'm going to be have a short trip, so I might not get anything out on those days, but hopefully you'll stop by and keep checking in. This is Indie Comics Jones from the Temple of Tomes, bidding you adieu.